The 7 Years' War, a truly global conflict, raged from 1756 to 1763. It embroiled the great powers of Europe: Great Britain, Prussia, France, Austria, and Russia. The battlegrounds stretched far beyond Europe. From the forests of North America to the coasts of India, the struggle for dominance played out. This war redrew the map of power and had a profound impact on the world for decades to come. Imagine a world where the fate of empires hung in the balance, where muskets blazed in the hands of British redcoats and French troops clashed with Prussian lines in furious volleys. This was the reality of the 7 Years' War, a conflict that reshaped the destinies of nations and echoed through history. The 7 Years' War was a clash of ambitions and anxieties. European powers, vying for colonial possessions and global influence, locked horns in a contest for supremacy. The stakes were high and the consequences of defeat were unthinkable for the vanquished. The seeds of the 7 Years' War were sown in the fertile ground of imperial rivalry. In North America, tensions simmered between British colonists and their French counterparts. Both sides coveted the vast territories of the Ohio Valley, a prize worth fighting for. When a young George Washington, a British colonial officer, clashed with French forces in the Ohio wilderness, the fuse was lit. Meanwhile, in Europe, a complex web of alliances and rivalries set the stage for a wider conflict. Prussia, a rising military power, challenged Austria's dominance in the German states. France, eager to curtail British expansion, saw an opportunity to regain its lost territories in North America. The stage was set for a global showdown. The rivalry between Britain and France, a long-standing feud, played a central role in igniting the war. Both nations possessed vast overseas empires and competed fiercely for trade and territory. Their rivalry, fueled by decades of mistrust and animosity, created a powder keg ready to explode. The 7 Years' War was a whirlwind of battles, sieges, and naval engagements. In North America, British forces under General James Wolfe captured Quebec, the heart of New France, in a daring assault. This decisive victory paved the way for British control over Canada. In Europe, Prussian King Frederick the Great, a brilliant military strategist, faced formidable opponents in Austria, France, and Russia. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, Frederick's armies fought with incredible tenacity, winning stunning victories at Rossbach and Leuthen. The Prussian king became a legend in his own time, earning the nickname Frederick the Great for his military genius. On the high seas, British naval power proved decisive. The Royal Navy, the most powerful navy in the world, won a series of victories that crippled French trade and cut off supplies to its colonies. British control of the seas proved to be a crucial factor in the outcome of the war. Section 4. A New World Order, Europe after the Deluge. The Treaty of Paris in 1763 brought the 7 Years' War to an end. The treaty reshaped the map of power in Europe and beyond. Great Britain emerged as the dominant global power, having gained significant territory in North America and India. France, once a formidable rival, was humbled. Prussia, battered but unbowed, retained its hard-won gains in Silesia, solidifying its status as a major European power. The war had profound consequences for the balance of power in Europe, setting the stage for future conflicts and alliances. The war's impact extended far beyond the battlefield. It had a profound impact on the global economy, as Britain's victory secured its dominance in trade and finance. The war also had significant cultural and intellectual consequences, influencing Enlightenment thought and the development of new military technologies. Section 5. Shifting Sands, Colonial Legacies and Indigenous Realities. While the 7 Years' War primarily involved European powers, its impact on colonies and indigenous populations was profound. In North America, the war shattered the balance of power between European empires and Native American nations. Many indigenous groups had allied with France, hoping to stem the tide of British westward expansion. With France's defeat, these indigenous allies faced a future under British rule, a prospect that filled many with apprehension. The war's end marked the beginning of a new chapter in the complex and often tragic relationship between European colonists and Native Americans. The war also had significant consequences for colonial societies. In British North America, the expulsion of French colonists from Canada and the influx of British settlers transformed the social and cultural landscape. The war's legacies would continue to shape the development of colonial America for decades to come. Section 6 Echoes of War, the American Revolution and Beyond. The 7 Years' War cast a long shadow over the future. In many ways, it planted the seeds for the American Revolution. The war's expenses led to increased taxation of British colonies in North America, fueling resentment that would eventually boil over. Moreover, the war had exposed tensions between British military authorities and colonial militias, further straining the relationship between Britain and its American colonies. The 7 Years' War, while a British victory, contained the seeds of its future loss of empire in North America. The war's impact reverberated beyond North America as well. It intensified competition for colonies in other parts of the world, leading to further conflicts and struggles for independence. The 7